Are your clients giving you headaches, or maybe they're asking for discounts, or maybe they're giving you objections like, look, your price is too high, that's why I can't move forward? If that's the scenario, then this video will benefit you a lot. Rohan Dhawan here, founder of Uability, and let's discuss how you can handle this situation whenever you come across it and whenever your client or your potential prospect thinks that your prices are way too high. In this video, I want to discuss how you can actually deal with these issues and make sure that you attract your dream clients. You see, usually people give this kind of objections like your price is too high or maybe ask for discounts when they do not see the value in the product or service that you're offering to them. So this means that they do not think that your product or your service is worth XYZ, whatever amount that you quoted to him. Now, this usually happens when the product or service that a company is offering is really not that worthy enough to be priced at that amount. Or if it is, then maybe your sales team or yourself do not know how to convey the same to your clients and showcase to them the value behind whatever you're trying to offer to them. Now, if you fall into category number one, where your product or service is really not up to the mark and maybe it's really not worth demanding high ticket prices, then chances are that you need to work on that. And maybe we could have another video discussing about this topic, because no amount of marketing or no amount of sales skills can actually fix a really low quality product or service. So you must make sure that that is on top. If that's not, and you would like to learn how you can do this, make sure to leave a comment below this video so that I can read it and make sure that in the next tutorial I can talk about that topic. But for now, let's focus and let's just assume that you have a great product or service that you're offering to your clients or your prospects, but you're unable to actually showcase to them that why they should pay you so much money. Now, the reason why most salespeople or most founders are unable to convince their clients or prospect that they should go for their whatever that they are offering at a certain high level price is because they are obsessed about features and technicalities. They love talking about all this jargon stuff that most people do not understand. And guess what? When I was getting started, I used to make the same mistake myself. In fact, I was offering digital marketing services to my clients, and whenever I would come across a client, I would love talking about concepts like SEO, Facebook ads, PPC, all these different kind of technical terms out there. I used to love throwing them out to my client, hoping that they would love it. So basically, what I did was I had this assumption: the more technical things that I say, the more things that I add on to my service or product, they would be more interested in buying whatever I was offering. But that was far from the truth, because usually when I was done explaining all these different kind of technical features to my clients or my prospects, I would get a response something like, okay, Rohan, I'll think about it, or I will let you know. Oh, do you offer any kind of discounts along with this? What's like the what's like the best you can do? So these are the different kind of objections that I used to get, and I used to always wonder, why is this happening? I did such a good job. I basically took every single feature in my field and I presented all the technical stuff, all the features to my clients, packaged it together in like an all-in-one solution. And then I used to wonder, why exactly is this client not moving forward? Why are they still asking for discounts, irrespective of the fact that I gave them everything, all possible features that I can provide to them? So this was a thing that was really stopping me from really moving forward to the next level. This is when one day I was, just sitting and really wondering about this concept after a call that I recently had with a potential client, and they had given me a similar objection. So I was really thinking about it, and I started, researching about this particular concept regarding why it's happening. And what I learned was that I had like an epiphany that when you offer features or different kind of technical stuff, or just talk about different kind of technical jargon in front of the client, what they do is they tend to take that particular whatever you're telling them and compare that like commodity or like vegetable prices. Okay, so for example, in my scenario, when I was offering people, let's say, website development solutions or maybe some sort of marketing solutions, what they would do is the first thing that they would do is they would right after the call, they would be like, okay, I'll think about it. And then they would go to Google, maybe just type web developers near me. And in today's time, anybody could get a website for like few few dollars a month, and you can also maybe get somebody from college or somebody to get a website done very, very easily. So I didn't understand that, and what I started noticing is, in the eyes of my potential prospect, I was just like every other commodity out there. So that can be easily compared, right? For example, if you go to buy a certain type of vegetable, let's say you're buying cucumbers, right? At a particular vendor, the price is fixed, and then you try to like kind of bargain with that person, and if they are not going at the price that you want it to be, you will just go to somebody else and just hope that they would do the same thing, right? So this is what most of my clients used to do, and that's what, when I started thinking that, okay, if I talk about these features and technical stuff, they will always go and compare me with everybody else, and then my value automatically reduces. And the reason is that they have so many proposals and so many options to pick and choose from, thanks to the internet world. So now I had to do something different if I really, really wanted to charge and command high ticket prices. Now, this can be similarly applied to literally any kind of field out there, irrespective of the fact what you do. Maybe you're an IT consultant, fitness consultant, designer, or maybe a coach or anything like that, right? Maybe offering financial services or whatever it is that you're offering to your potential clients. What ends up happening is, the more features, the more technicalities that you talk about, the easier it would be for the client to just go out in the marketplace and compare your services or advice or program, whatever you're offering to them, like vegetable prices. So now a big question that you might be thinking, okay, Rohan, I understand that whole thing. I understand that, okay, you shouldn't talk about technicalities and you shouldn't talk about features. Then what should I talk to my clients about? What should I do so that they are convinced and this objection that I'm getting that your price is too high can be solved? Well, let's talk more about that. So I'm going to pull up my drawing board, and I can actually demonstrate this concept to you a lot better. So to explain to you what exactly was happening, let's say that this is me, and again, excuse my drawing, okay? And let's say that this is the client, right? And what basically used to happen is, I would just go out to them and I would say something like, okay, I will make a website for you, okay, or anything like that, or I will do marketing for you. And for this I would be like, okay, for this I will charge them 30,000 rupees, or let's say 50,000 or 1 lakh rupees, or whatever the price might be, XYZ amount, $1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever, right? Now this client would be like, okay, you know 30,000 for this website. I can just go to Google and I could just find other people who are doing this, and then I could find that somebody might be doing it for 5,000, and then maybe I could just give that person a job. And that's why this person will give you an objection like, oh no, it's too expensive, right? And obviously then you will have to either drop the price down if you really want to get this client. Otherwise you just have to say goodbye to them and move on to the next prospect. And this can be, as I was telling you before, again, this could be done for anything, literally anything out there. Maybe you're offering somebody how to, teaching other people how to dance, right? If you go to somebody and say that I will teach you how to dance, they will say, oh no, it's too expensive. Go to Google, and then obviously compare you like a commodity. Again, it's if you're offering them how to teach how to sing, if you're teaching them, like, let's say, IT services, finance, designing, literally anything that you're offering, whatever your expertise are in, if you're going to go do this, then obviously the client would say, oh no, it's too expensive, right? Now what I started doing is, instead, I started really change my approach, really. Okay, so what I did was, rather than just offering generic commodities to everybody, I changed my approach to something I call as the problem based approach. Okay, so what I started doing is, rather than offering my clients a different kind of commodities out there, I started really thinking about the various kind of problems that they have. I basically started asking them what kind of problems do they have, what kind of results that they want, and how much those results matter to them. And then I started positioning my offer accordingly. Okay, so this is what I did. I just went to my clients. Okay, and this is something I do till date, because I don't think you can always be 100% sure what your market wants. So I basically went to them and I said, What's your problem? I simply ask them, you know, like, what's really bothering you? What do you really care about? And why is a certain type of result that's like, why is it so important to you? Okay. Now, I'm going to do something, let's say in the fitness field. Okay. I'm going to give you an example of fitness. Okay. Let's say I'm trying to sell fitness services or training to somebody, right? What you would start noticing is if you ask this person and you are into the fitness field and you ask them, okay, when it comes to fitness, what exactly is your problem? What's really bothering you? Well, when you ask this question, right, this person will start telling you different kind of things. They will start telling you the problems that they have and the different kind of results that they want. For example, they will tell you gyms are closed, you know um, at least during the pandemic time. This is what's happening. Because of this, I'm watching, let's say, too much TV slash Netflix and eating a lot of food and putting on weight. This is reducing my confidence, because when things open up back again, I won't have confidence to go attend parties, meet my friends, because obviously I look obese and I don't feel confident in myself, right? This is affecting my mindset. Sometimes it makes me depressed, and then sometimes I basically get too tired very very easily. I recently went for a run with a friend of mine, and within like 5 minutes I started, like, it was becoming really difficult for me to breathe, and my stamina is really really decreasing. So this could cause me diseases, plus cause me to really go to the hospitals in the long run. And this could obviously cost a lot of money for me, because lakhs and lakhs of hospital bills, all these diabetes and obesity related issues, they cost us that much, right? So once you understand this, right, you understood that, okay, this is the problem and this is the result slash transformation that these people want. Okay. So now that you're clear about these things, what you need to do is, rather than saying, okay, I'll do fitness for you and I'll just charge you 30,000 bucks, what you have to do is you have to change your positioning and say that, okay, cool. Now that I understand your offering, or sorry, your problem, what my offer is going to do is, let's just call this Rohan's unique solution. Okay. So my unique solution will make sure that you can work out from home. Okay. It will require, let's say, only 15 to 30 minutes every day. And you don't have to, especially take out time. You can do this even if you have a full time job. Okay. I will make sure that this workout is fun, so that you don't get, you don't feel monotonous about it and give up like every other program out there. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make sure that we work on your body and your diet, so that you can actually become more confident. We will also make sure that we work on your mindset. We could work on habit transformation, we could work on mindset shifts, we could talk about various kind of principles that can allow you to feel more confident about yourself. And then what I'm going to do is, as an end result of all this, we're going to make sure that you can save lakhs in bills from hospitals, and basically save your life. Rather than dying at like 50 or 45, what we are going to make sure is that you can live a longer life, you can actually be there for your family. And for these lakhs of rupees that you will incur, and so much mindset problems that you will incur, okay, for this whole transformation, I'm going to charge you, let's say, 30,000 rupees or $1,000, 2,000, whatever your price might be. Okay, I'm going to charge you this much for this ultimate transformation that I'm giving to you. So my question is, would you put a price on this kind of transformation? The answer is no. The answer is no, because with this kind of transformation, you're actually getting a new life. You're actually having the ability to save lakhs in bills from hospitals. You're able to gain more confidence. You can actually do workout from home. This means no more excuses. And for this whole kind of transformation, I'm going to charge you 30,000 rupees. Is this worth it? A big yes. Okay, a big yes. Because now what you did was, you were able to change your offering to basically make the client or the prospect understand that by working with you, they would be able to achieve these results. This exercise that I just did can literally be, as I've been repeating again and again, can be applied to anything that you do. Again, let's put this into the perspective of what I was doing with digital marketing. Now, rather than just going out to somebody and saying that, hey, I will do digital marketing for you or I will make a website for you, what I started doing is I really started understanding what does this person want? What does their situation look like? Right? For example, I had clients who were dentists, right? So I would literally go to them and I would ask them, okay, so Mr. Dentist, what exactly is your problem? What really bothers you? What's that number one thing that you're really concerned about? Oh, Rohan, actually, I do get these patients and I do get these lead inquiries. However, they are not very, very consistent. And most importantly, they are for like basic services that cost a few thousand rupees or a few $100. And I'm mainly looking for more implant patients. Why implant patients, Rohan? Because implants is like a surgery that's going to cost a lot, and it gives me good, decent profit margin. And if I get a decent profit margin, and if I just get 2, 3 of these implant patients, because the surgery is so expensive, I might be able to put food on better lifestyle, not just food, to my family's life. I would be able to increase their lifestyle. I might be able to go to that vacation that I was really dreaming about, and I would be able to maybe take some time off from my dental business. So these are the different kind of things that my niche at that point of time was looking for. And what I was so naive to realize was that I would just go out to them and I'll be like, digital marketing, website, digital marketing. And they would just be like, okay, I'll think about it. But then I changed my approach and I started saying that, hey, Mr. Dentist, look, I understand your problem. What I'm going to do is, within X duration of time, I'm going to run this type of campaigns for you. I'm going to do this particular thing for you. And as a result of this, what's going to happen is you will be able to generate approximately 3 to 4 implant patients every single month consistently. And if you want to grow to even the next level, then we are going to make sure that we can actually scale that up, scale your operations. And as a result of this, you will be able to, sorry about this, you will be able to, um, you know, spend more time with your family, maybe have that vacation that you were always dreaming about, etc., etc. So this is how you change the approach. Now, again, whatever you do, you can basically just flip the approach. You can just really, really understand somebody's problem and give them the solution that they require. And if that solution that you're providing to them is really worth something, then obviously nobody can put a price on it, and that's going to benefit you a lot. Okay, so this is my recommendation to you, and this is what I would suggest to you to apply, either for yourself or maybe for your sales team, to make the person realize the importance of working with you and the cost of not working with you. How much is it going to cost them for not working with you? So, for example, again, in the dentist case, right? If I was promising that, okay, I was going to be able to help them get 3 to 4 implant patients every single month, right? The cost of not working with me, or the cost of not having me in their life, is easily 10, 20, 30, 40 grand a month in sales for that particular dentist. Okay. If I was working in the US, if in India, a lot of lakhs in sales, also missing out by not bringing me to their lives. So that's the cost, or the opportunity cost, of not bringing me along. Okay. And the cost is obviously whatever I just said before. So this is something that you should really, really do whenever you're trying to obviously pitch to your clients. And if you do not have that much conviction in your offer, if you do not believe that with my offer I can actually get somebody this amount of results, and you don't really know that, then obviously this is not going to work out for you. Because I was able to do this because I knew for sure that I can get these people results. And that's the same way for you ability as well. I know that when I'm providing somebody my services or my advice, I know that I could goddamn help these people out, and I'm the best solution out there. And there's like, um, you know, the alternative of them leaving somebody alone is worse than them coming and working with me and helping them get this particular XYZ result that they're looking for. So by working with me or by connecting with me, they would have a better life. So that's the kind of mindset shift that I made. That's the kind of offer shift that I made. And that's how I was basically able to transition my sales game to more problem based approach rather than features based approach, like how I told you. So try applying this kind of principle to your business. And again, if you don't know how to do this, or maybe you are lacking some sort of understanding, and maybe you need somebody's help to take you by the hand, look at your offer, look at what you're doing, and then maybe give you a personalized recommendation that, okay, you shouldn't be doing this, maybe you can do this, and it would be more problem based. Or maybe you just need help improving your offer, whatever you're offering to somebody, and you think that it's not worthy enough. Maybe you need help improving the quality of the service or program that you're offering to somebody, and having that level of conviction so that you can go out to the marketplace and charge high ticket prices. If you need help with all these, then I want to invite you to a free strategy session with me. It's a free consultation call. You can come talk to me or my team member. We will basically look at whatever you're going through, whatever problems you're currently facing. Again, same problem-based approach, right? I'm just going to ask you what's the problem, what you need help with, and based on whatever I think or whatever my advice would be or whatever my team's advice would be, we would suggest it to you accordingly. We will make sure that, okay, this is what you should do instead. And if that makes sense to you, then I would invite you to work together with me and my team so that we can grow your business to the next level. So again, if you're interested, head over to uability.in/apply. Otherwise, the link is really just below this video. You can just see and just check it out. So that being said, I hope this video was beneficial for you, and I hope that after watching this video, you are no longer obsessed about features or technicalities, and you're more obsessed about people's problems. Okay. So I hope that video or this video actually helps you out. And if it does, then make sure that you hit that like button below, because it supports the algorithm, and more people just like yourself would be able to view this video. And also don't forget that if you want me to continue making these videos and you want to be the first one to see the content whenever I publish it live, then make sure to hit the subscribe button at the bottom as well. Again, it's pretty simple to do, just 1 second, and you will be notified. Actually, you won't be notified until you click that bell icon. There are so many different kind of things you have to do for this YouTube, but again, bloopers, which I'm not going to edit. So anyway, yeah, so click the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell notification icon, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.